I went in with 4 books. I had Daniel Quinn, The Story of B, Daniel Quinn, My Ishmael, and Daniel Quinn, Ishmael. And I went in with, Crystal Sinclair actually had this in my suitcase as well. I can't remember if I had it in there originally or not, but People of the Deer by Farley Mowat. He died in like 2012 or 2013. This was the most amazing white man to ever live. That's him, Farley Mowat, right there. So inside that book, one of the pages, I got photocopied and I did my own version of it. Some people asked me for copies, so I made copies for them, but I kept the original. Kiana, the lovely Kiana. Kiana, she takes a lot of medications. All the medications that they ask her to take, she takes them. And they don't quiet her ability to mind read. She has schizophrenia, and part of her worldview and part of her life is the schizophrenia gives her the ability to see into the spiritual, gives her the ability to speak to the dead, and it's really hard to take that from her. So she was brave enough to let me capture her, and we were talking about doing portraits, and I said I'm okay at portraits. So she came up with this and she brought it to me, and I said I can do it, and I did. I gave her the original, but that is my rendition of the lovely Kiana. She has a lazy eye, so the picture is very well done. Even in the photograph, I think if you look close, she still manages to capture her lazy eye, even though it's like beautifully lined up and damn near it's not perfectly centered, but it's just enough to capture the truth of everything. So, and I think I pulled it off just a little bit. I think I managed. That's the most beautiful part of it for me. Thank you, Kiana. And of course, from one of the 3 books I left behind, that is the cover of Ishmael, or is it My Ishmael? And you know what? I can't even remember now. Not that it's that important, but that is just a pen drawing with actually a great artist pen that was just available there. Somebody amazingly sent me a huge kit. Like, they sent me a massive art supplies. They gave acrylic paints, they gave watercolor paints. It had a brush that was able to carry water in the back of it, so it would dispense its own water into the fine tip brush, and you could use it because it came with a watercolor set. So in any case, I left all those behind because paper is a really heavy thing. I came in with these three sketchbooks came with me. I left with them. Now, I hope that the sketchbooks I left behind do well by other people. That's some old stuff. I'm pretty sure. I think I got. Oh, I know I got a couple in here. Yeah. Okay. All right. I draw, right? I mean, anybody who knows me. I've always been drawing, so they're kind of one of the videos in my art or some of the shit I'm not gonna leave much behind in this planet. I don't have gold and riches to leave behind, so I kind of leave behind a legacy of art, and part of art is making videos, so it is what it is. In any case, as I'm in the care home, I of course put my mind to some art because I couldn't paint on canvas, but they did give me the opportunity to do art while I was up and about. Farley Mowat. It's the one book I kept. Look at that. I Love Me. And yeah, I got a little sidetracked on there. You know what? At this point in time, I had nothing left to draw in my brain. I hadn't found much to do. I hadn't drawn Kiana yet, so I did that. I found the cover of Sherlock Holmes with Iron Man, but I did a shitty looking Iron Man. It's still a nice drawing. It turned out all right. And this was going to be the painting on canvas board, but that didn't work out. And I really wanted to bring some color to the sketchbook. So with the worst, finest tip pen, the same pen I used for all the pointillism, I colored in this tree. Everyone thinks it looks like a cherry tree. I'll let everybody believe that. It looks beautiful as a cherry tree. Besides, there's a lot of branches missing, so it doesn't matter. It's not. It's inspired from an image. So as we go on, we're talking like 5 minutes of art on video, but in reality, I've put in over 20 hours doing all this. Am I going the wrong way? Wrong way? Nope, I missed it. Where? Ah, there we go. And this one's big, actually. And if you really consider it, I don't know if monarchs ever get that big, but man, if maybe that would be a huge monarch if that was real, you know. It almost comes off the paper. Hey, flippy flippy. Anyway, that's almost the extent of it. I did some other cartoons. I really loved that. I was pleased the way it turned out. I love my art. Anyway, that's been part of the journey that took me through mental Eden healthcare. I mean, what else did a person do to same things he's always done? I mean, I can't go fishing, but I read like a son of a bitch. I mean, I read Ishmael. I read My Ishmael. I read the story of B. I read I read People of the Deer. And I drew. When I had time on my hands, that's what I really always did. Not for me this time. You know, I ignored it at first and I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute, it wasn't that long. Okay, it's a fire truck. They're not coming for me, woo! It is a little sigh of relief. I didn't think about it at first and I was like, okay, maybe? No, surely not. Surely not. Well, I'm not going to show the cartoons. They're a little bit deeper and a little bit something else. So I hope you enjoyed part of the walk through Eden Mental Health Care Center with me. It was full of books and art and a few disappointments. I managed to capture a lot of good moments on paper and a lot of good memories actually kind of coming out of there for what it's worth. I didn't want to be there, but where else was I going to be at the time other than a safe place? Right there. No better place to be. And I was fine with that. Radical acceptance. If you want to know what radical acceptance... Sorry. If you want to know what radical acceptance is, sitting down and being able to draw a picture despite of everything that's been going on. Keep it a journal for maybe the first time since in high school. You know what I mean? I don't know when the last time I did a journal was, but it was different. Today I write to my boys. I don't write to me in that journal. I call them my sons. The words on the page. I can't allow them to read it because the journal allows me to say the things I could never say. And I'm okay with that. And otherwise, I'd never have drawn these drawings, and I never would have been able to give Kiana the original. She might fold it up and put it in her pocket for all I know, and what if she does? And what if she carries it in a wallet, like a little picture, folded up, like you would a picture of yourself or a picture of your daughter? Maybe it was too big. You have a small one somewhere, but you keep that one folded up because it's in your wallet and it means something to you. Yeah. If anybody wants a portrait done, it's $100 a portrait. So, picture that you want done, send me the image file. I'll print it off. If you really want any portraits done. You saw a couple there. Maybe I'll post again some other day. You can buy some portraits. I've got the skill for it. This isn't really a sell, but if you want portraits done, there's a few people on here who have had portraits done for free. Mel Baggs has one of my best. Oh man, I did Flo. If anybody knows Melanie Baggs, they know who Flo is. I'm sure they know her new man too. I can't remember his name. Him and I have never actually met beyond seeing each other or me seeing him. But I did a great rendition of Flo, and I gave that to her for free. That probably would have ruined any chance of me. Well, you know what? No. Yeah. It's a weird gift because I'm different, right? I'm just neurodivergent for what it's worth. I like a challenge. I'm always up for debates. Yet I'm laid back and I'm kind of take it as a moment guy. Don't let it kill you. They say stop and smell the roses sometimes. But that's life. Half a step away from oblivion, maybe, you know. Well, cancer care is only, who knows. There's no rhyme or reason when it comes to life and death. And that's okay. You know, when we get old, when our bodies fail, we can ask the doctor if it's okay. And if he says it's okay, together with your loved ones, you'll go out. Couldn't ask for a better way to go. So, if you're dealing with mental illness, seek help. Even if you have to get to put yourself into a healthcare center. If you're healthy and you know you're healthy, and they've already taken pretty much everything from you, what have you got to lose? If you feel like there's nothing left to lose, tell someone. Make them listen. Someone has to listen eventually. I'm going to leave the hotline, suicide hotline, for anybody. I hope you enjoyed the art. If you need to talk to somebody, say hi, that's cool, but, you know, I'm the last person to kind of take advice from, maybe. Unless it's how to draw and how to radical acceptance. And I don't do that very well. I don't regulate the same as other people. If you want to yell, I just yell. Ah, it's so easy. It's so easy to just pretend anger for no reason other than revenge. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I got revenge, nobody was around. It came long after I did it. I don't even know how long. I got revenge on this whole situation. I have no idea how long it took. But it happened. So that's how I spent all of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, now shooting. So I never shot b-ball in there. I had the opportunity, but I did not shoot b-ball in there. I read just like I always do. I drew like I always do. I argued with whoever argued. It didn't matter who, if it was a doctor or a patient, if they argued with me, I argued back. Hell, I told 30-year-old autistic boy who doesn't know how to turn off a tap, Matthew, I told him that, no. That guy wanted to fight another patient. Every time one patient walked by, Matthew was like, that guy fucking wants to fight me. He fucking wants to fight me. He wants to fucking go. Keep walking, buddy. Keep fucking walking. He'd say, it's like, oh my goodness, Matthew wants to fight this guy. I don't know why. Handsome. Can I get an extra large coffee, 2 cream, 1 sugar? Yeah. No, that'll do. Thank you. Life goes on, life goes on. La 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 la, life goes on. Better to be alone than in a toxic, controlling relationship. It's okay. For what it's worth, try harder. I know it's a hard thing to ask for. It seems like such a petty little question or demand. Try harder. But there's help out there. Jason, thank you for offering the help. I know you don't watch Facebook. But Jason Penner, he just lent his ear so far, and he said if he could, he would help. He hasn't had to, but he answered the phone when I called him. That's a friend. If you can trust that friend not to yell at you and scream at you when you need to talk, that's a good friend. And a friend who can forgive the friend who yelled and got angry and wouldn't listen, that's a good friend too. No matter how fucked up or weird they are. Bless you, everybody. The doctor has not put me on medications. I have no continued therapy outside of Eden Mental Health Center. So I share my victories.